Welcome back to Story of a Modern Millennial podcast. Thank you all for joining me again to see how it all went down. You all sticking around and enjoying and sharing and embarking on this journey with me. Today I have one of my uncles here with me. Uncle, you want to introduce yourself?
I am the uncle, the Harold E. Williams.
This is going to be a mess, y'all. So my uncle here, this is one of my dad's older brothers. And basically, we're going to be walking through some pieces of some things he's been through, what he's deciding to share today. And then we're going to be talking about some interesting moments as far as when he found out I was pregnant or lack thereof. And we're just going to be getting right into it, you all. So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. I thank you all again for sticking around with me. Now let's go ahead and get into these questions with him. So, Uncle, what are some of the ways that you view me as I have grown up? I know I'm a female and I'm your niece, so like what has always been your sole duty as an uncle for me?
Well, my sole duty as an uncle, being that it's three of you guys, and my brother has all girls. I only have boys, so I'm not accustomed to having girls. So I treat you guys more so of spoiling you more so than anything. And you my partner. You was my partner when you went to school, so I knew, I'd come down to school and hang out with you and things of that nature. But you've always been special to me. You always will be special to me. You my ace. You my first to hang out with. So, and I'm gonna do the same with the other girls. But you are my special one. So we do have that in common. It's my hangout partner. So.
It definitely is.
Yeah, but for me, yeah, that's the difference. To seeing you guys grow up as quick as you guys have. I mean, wow. I remember you guys were born, and now look at you, college graduates, motherhood. It's just amazing to see you guys grow up. And me not aging at all, so I mean.
Y'all don't pay him no attention. Thank you for that, Uncle. So I wanted to ask you, how old were you when you found out about your first child being on the way?
My first child was this Harold, and which we don't call him Junior, but his name is Harold. I was 26, 27. I was a police officer at the time. Me and his mother were not dating. We were just having, we was in a relationship with us and other people.
Oh my God.
But that's how it started. I mean,
right.
We was just out there, and back then, that's a long time ago. But yeah, my first child, that's how he came to fruition. And actually, for me as a man, I didn't know, anything about it. I just know I didn't want a child without being married or any of those things the same. So I married my first child's mother. I married her. Unfortunately, she passed away, but I did marry her because I thought as a man that was the thing to do. Mm-hmm. My second child, by that time is 5 years old. I married his mother also, but she passed away too. So, unfortunately, but yeah, girls are different than boys. As y'all can see, I used to laugh at my brother because I'm a cusser. I'm gonna try not to cuss on her part. Keep it clean. But I do. I've always been a Marine, ex-police, Marine Corps. So it's different with girls. I love being around you guys. You make us softer. I think that. I used to laugh at my brother because he couldn't scream at you guys. He couldn't curse at you guys. He couldn't do any of the things he had the luxury of coming to my house to do because we have boys, So, and it's different for him now too because he has your child.
Right,
so it's a big difference being in the house.
It's definitely different. How did you find out that your first child was on the way?
Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, for most men, men know too. I think I kind of felt it. I knew it. Then I started picking up weight. I'm not a big guy. I started to stay fit. And I started gaining weight and having these crazy cravings for different kind of food. And actually, before we even got married, I hadn't told my wife. I called her up and I'm like, "You pregnant? How you know already?" I'm like, I just had that feeling. It was just something about it. My life changed in me too. I don't know the men get that same craving or whatever, but I started gaining weight. I mean, I wanted different kind of crazy foods and stuff, and I just felt it.
They actually have, it's a term for that where the guy gets all of the symptoms and the girl does not. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it is legit. I actually experienced that too. Yeah, like I said, y'all, I had no symptoms at all. So that was pretty much how that went. That's interesting. Okay, that's not the first time I heard that. Okay, what was your reaction though?
Well, for me, I mean, like I say, I didn't have any kids at the time. So I guess we were somewhat in love at the point in time. So it wasn't a big deal. My only thing was for me, and I'm always been, you guys been around me long enough, I'm always about trying to do the right thing and be right as best as I can in any kind of situation, right, wrong, and indifferent. It wasn't like we was just having sex and we had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You made the decision, you got pregnant, you made a baby, let's roll with it. It was great. It was great having a son, you know, but I had practice because of your father. I mean, I had a son since I was 15 because I'm 17 years older than your father.
That's
so I had a child, you know, so it was great having a son, somebody with your name and those kind of things, you know, you get to play out. But only thing different now is that I wish my sons had pursued a lot of other things that I wish more out of life for them, that they chose to do. That's the only thing. Well, you know, Jamal is in the wheelchair, unfortunately.
Right.
But those are kind of things I only see different as having boys. And like I say, I could treat them different. I used to invite your father over my house and say, you want to see how you can cut somebody out? Bring your ass here. Couldn't do y'all like that. Y'all couldn't do y'all like that.
That is so
I would say
horrible.
something to one of y'all just duck y'all head. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, we was not used to.
No, you wasn't used to it. And you
getting
shouldn't have been. And no woman really should. But there is a difference. I mean, there is a difference bringing up guys and young ladies. But I like to say right now, my nieces, y'all doing the bang up job. Yeah, in spite of whatever, you guys are great. You guys are great.
Uncle.
So.
See, softening them up.
Yeah.
So, what was the reaction of other people in your life when they found out that you had a child on the way, preferably your first child? Like, what was that like?
Well, I think for me, I mean, I was a little bit older. I'm the outgoing one in the family. I was already on the police department. Shit, I got my own house. I got an apartment built. I'm driving Mercedes Benz. Why wouldn't you want a child by me? you know, but at that time, you know, that's the time it was. I mean, it was like I was there. I was the guy. I had just got out the Marine Corps. I was cut up. You know, went on the police department, making good money. I bought my first house. I was 22 years old.
Wow.
I bought my first Mercedes Benz. I was 21. I have my apartment. So
yeah, it's like
I was pretty much
set up.
Right, I was set up, but then actually you get in that. Then reality sets in. It does set in. Reality does set in because playtime is over. Now you have a child.
And I was going to ask you how mentally you were.
Yeah, playtime happens because with most men, just like anything else, I'm no different than the average man anyway. The women take over the child. First 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And that was fine and dandy. But for me, it wasn't like that. I tried to be a part of it, but we was bumping heads. I mean, as anything else, once you bring a child into play, your relationship changes now. Because we was just having fun. We weren't planning on having no child. We was just having fun. You was dating somebody else and I was dating somebody else. But when the child, it was time to, man up. And I had to man up. So, but I was on the police department at the time too. So it wasn't as bad. The worst thing I could say about that for me was I was in the Marine Corps and she waited till I got out the Marine Corps to tell me she was pregnant. That hurt my heart more so than anything because now that I'm at home, I'm in the Marine Corps, I don't have a job.
Right.
All I got is some stripes and saying, I now go, sir, yes, sir. That was it. So I had to fumble around with that. And that's what made me go in the police department because I got a child coming.
Right.
I couldn't get a job. Young black guy. I graduated out of high school, graduated out of the Marine Corps, so I stayed in the Corps. But I would have never got out the Corps. I would have never came all the way home.
Right.
So I had to do all that back over, and then by the time I just ended up going on the police department to try to maintain. So that's what I did. But it wasn't bad, and it's never bad really for men.
Yeah, because
we ain't got but one job, drop and go. I mean, y'all have to do all the hard work. You got to go tell your parents. You told my mother, and I mean,
it seems like guys.
Right.
Yeah.
It's unfair, but unfortunately, that's the way
life works.
You women, you guys as women, you share the blunt, and that's because it's on you guys.
And I appreciate you for being honest about that because most people won't just say it outright in the way that you're saying. Yeah. That is what it is. Like I said in one of my previous videos, y'all, like you initially bond with the baby. The moment that you find out that you're pregnant as a female, you now have to eat better. You now have all these responsibilities placed on you within that moment. For the guys, you don't have to think twice about the child until they're actually physically here. I mean, you
Right.
know that I'm carrying it, but
Right.
at the same time,
But you don't
like,
get no bond. You got 9 months with you. You got everything. Everything you're doing, you're making that connection.
right.
That's why they lay them right on top of you. They don't give them to us and say, "Oh, we like this on the side." Like, what? But that's the difference, and that's how it grows, especially with little boys. The little boys going to be mamas. Stay with mom until the right time. Then you guys try to wean them away. You know, the same way with little girls. That's why a lot of women says this all the time about black men that's stubborn or hard or whatever. If you have a little girl, she'll soften you up. Because in all reality, I'm a man. I don't want anything to happen to one of y'all or after done anything. You're still a woman.
Right.
So it comes back like, you did somebody's mama like that.
Right.
Now your daughter like that, or your niece is that, or yeah. It's just like, we're going to get into the pattern. It's like, whoa. Somebody having sex with my niece? Whoa. And we don't know him? So we not born like that. Like, you're my niece. My sister, my sister been married almost 30 years. She didn't have a 2-3 boyfriend because we didn't allow that.
Yeah, y'all gonna see that.
Right, so those are kind of guys, we are.
Right.
That's why we could bond like we was, and because that's how we are as men. I'm a grown man.
Right.
I'm not going to shy away from it. If I make a mistake, I'll make up the mistake and I'll apologize. Most men not going to do that.
No.
And if you don't have a real good crutch of women around you, it's not going to happen. My mother kept us in check. She's the crutch. I mean, I had a father and a mother, but my mother was the kid, and I wasn't going to disrespect her, so I damn sure can't disrespect one of y'all.
And I think that makes a lot of the importance is when you see how someone treats the women in their life, then that's the expectation of what, you can see a forthcome to. And then sometimes too, like you said, it takes certain experiences to make people realize that they need to kind of just chill out, towel down, and realize, especially with this one right here, like you said, having a girl as a man may change that. And then for me, having a son, that, oh my gosh, for me, I have no brothers. I have no brothers at all. So having a son is like, okay, I have to protect him, but in a different way.
Right.
Like he's my baby. So, that's my duty.
Right.
So thank you for sharing that with me, Uncle. So, okay. You kind of answered my next question that I had for you, so I'll move on. So how did you find out that I was pregnant?
So I guess maybe a couple of days or before that I even found out about this, I was in Atlanta with you.
He was in Atlanta with me,
I was with you.
Like this. We were
like
sitting
this,
like this.
I'm going, and I kept on saying, I ball. But I could tell something was different. I didn't say anything, whatever. We still hung out, woo. When you ate, we went to food, you went grocery shopping and all that. And I said, she bought a little bit more grocery, know me. But then we always did that. Eat, have fun, your girls, whatever. When I got home, I'm going, Michael called me and say, well, did Asia tell you? Tell me what? Why you was down there the whole weekend, she didn't talk to you? I'm like, yo, what's going on? She sick? Something? What's wrong? I knew something was wrong, but what's wrong? She pregnant. I said, hell nah. No way she pregnant. Not, could be, can't be. Never heard of a boyfriend. Never talked about nothing. I'm down there. I'm seeing. I'm going woo. Then I kept on saying, I ain't going to say nothing. And I never said nothing to you. I didn't call you. I didn't say nothing. I said, I'm going to let her call me. Let her call me, because I ain't mad. Once I've heard it, figure. Only thing I was heard about, I wish she would have said something. And then I'm glad she probably think I would have spoiled the ass, would probably been crying and all that all over the place when I was with you.
Yeah.
It'd have been just too much.
It would have been
I'd have been like, oh, baby, you and all that extra crap. So, but when I did get home, I knew something was wrong. That's my baby. We drink. We hang out.
Y'all, let me tell you. When he was like, so I talked to him. He's like, yeah, I'm still coming down this weekend. I said, okay, cool. So I'm switching through my closet like, what the hell am I going to put on? Because if I turn to the side, you can definitely tell that there's something there. But I was just like, I'm just not ready for anybody to see me in this new light yet. Like, everything is going to change. Because once you know, then I have to at some point tell, and I was not ready to do that yet. So I'm in a closet. I'm like, girl, you think this? What about this? Do I look fat? And she like, Asia, it's clear. just put on this dress, and you know, if he says something, he says something, and it'll just be out. Or you know, you can say something to him if you choose. So all day, you know, I'm just kind of like hoping and praying he doesn't say anything. And so my uncle being my uncle, he's like, okay, let's step to the bar. And, you know, y'all can tell by the podcast that, you know, it's what I do. It's what we do. So we get to the bar, and he's like, I'm going to get so-and-so. What you getting? I was like, I'm not drinking today. He was like, oh, okay. It kind of like gave me the side eye, but was like, you know what? I ain't even going to ask. And then kept going. So I'm like, ooh, like he didn't ask. But I did notice that he noticed that we were eating a lot, and I was eating a lot.
Yep.
So that was interesting. And so when my parents found out, they're just like, you was with your uncle? Why you didn't see nothing? He didn't see nothing. I'm like, look, it's out of my hands, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad. Because when I got told, I say, well, she didn't say nothing to me. And I say, nah, I'm not going to say nothing to her because there's a reason why she didn't say nothing to me. Because she could have said something. We hung out the whole day. Nothing, you know, no
sun up to sundown.
And I'm like, it wasn't meant for her to tell me. But I didn't treat you any different. I wasn't. I got told Michael, shit. What's next? Let's move on.
Yeah.
My only thing was who this nigga is. who this dude is.
That was everybody's question.
You know, we need to talk to him. You know, I need to meet him. I need to see him. I need to know what's going on, and what he gonna do and stand up as a man. Cause we don't need him. 1K with here, we don't need you, Sam. We good. We family always gonna be like this. You know how I am with y'all. I don't need Slim, but I like the way he stepped up when he met me. Woo, I gave him my spill. You know how I treat him.
Yeah,
so
We
good.
We good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was everybody's question, y'all. They're just like, okay, you're pregnant. But by who? Like, what is going on? Who is? And I'm just like, I mean, like,
Because, I mean, even when I came down to the pageant, all that. It's like, them, even your girlfriend, like, well, who is he? And all that. I'm like, well, y'all worry about who I am. But nobody, you know, it was a good thing. I mean, I'm glad we came out of it the way we did. And we're a strong family. You know, it wasn't going to make a difference, really. You would have to deal with your mother for a minute. But other than that, see, me and Mike talked about it like I told him. You got to man up on this one, bro. That's your daughter. It ain't the time to be whooping and hollering, mad and all that, because she's a young lady. She's going to need you more so than her mother. Her mother, the guy's got to be the one to say, look, baby, I know this, I know that. Because guys don't realize your daughters is your daughters. It's like Uncle Tim got daughters. I don't really have though. I got you guys. And I know that feeling when I see something, you know, happens to them. It's a total different feeling. I'm not waiting for my sons to get married. You know what I'm saying? As a man, I'm not wishing them on. No.
Yeah.
But if I had a daughter, I would wait. I'd be doing my best to make sure she get the best man possible to marry her and all that. My boys, please. Well, that's up to your mom. You got hoochies. That's on you, Slim. That's not on
you.
That's on you. Or like I used to tell my sons, if a young lady called here, you got one pregnant, you a man up, Slim. You're not going to have that, you not taking care of this and that. We don't do that in this family. And that's not how we're going to do. I don't care if you're not in a relationship and all that, because relationship come and go. But if you make a child, you can't take that back.
Right.
You got to make this thing work.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody got to make it work. It can't be your uncle mad at this dude and everybody, because it's never really going to work. And you got a child. He has to grow up and love all of us.
Right. It definitely takes a village.
Right.
And that village has to be grounded deeply in something else other than their own selfish components.
Right.
If everybody realizes that as a family there's a greater good to be had, said the child, then, you know, you all have the same goal, so you all should be working towards it. So I definitely appreciate you for saying that, and I agree with you 100%. I feel like there's more to accomplish. There's more to get over rather than, oh, I don't like this person's story.
Right. I laughed a couple of episodes I looked at because I really like what you were saying, and I'm glad you did this. Because I think you needed to air your stuff out.
I did.
And I don't think, I mean, you might not realize now, I don't think you thought it was going to go as good, I don't know if it's as good or bad, as has been going.
I didn't, y'all. I just wanted to provide a safe space for other people. I did not realize that it was going to kind of like take off like it's taking off. Like, people are very, very interested. And that's what I'm saying. Grab your man, your friend, your brother, sister, your cousin. Bring them all here because y'all all got stories. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe, okay? So I can give y'all more awesome content. Thank you very much. I'm so thankful for my uncle coming on here and breaking it down like he did. I'm glad y'all have made it to this point in the video. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And I will see y'all soon. Now that we're winding down with my family members, next we're going to be bringing on some people who are going to be sharing their own personal stories, y'all. And we're just going to get into it. And after that, I got some surprises. So subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends, and I will see y'all next time.